Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shri Vasari Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Dear devotees and friends, I'm hoping you can hear okay. I'm making sure, let us each make sure we're on either English, Russian, or Portuguese, and then we'll get the right language as it comes through to us. So Chaitanya Moy Devirasi, please let me know, can you hear clearly? Okay, and can somebody say something? Maybe Seva Rupa Devirasi, can you say something?
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Rupanuga will beat you to it. So Rupanuga, we hear you loud and clear. And we are now live from London. And we do, just to let you know, okay, we'll start with Vandeham. Who's behind me? Saraswati, look. Proof we're in London. Here is Saraswati Devi Rasi. So, dear devotees, let us begin with Vandeham, and then we'll catch up with each other's news. It's been a busy week, and the festivals are still continuing. And because we are at the moment in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mata, London, where every day is a festival for those who participate. And so we are here with a lot of noisy devotees who have just been doing the Tulsi Puja, Tulsi Parikrama, and they're coming in to join us soon. In the meantime, let us begin with Vandeham as we do. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tang Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitanscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tijay Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. All right, so dear devotees, we're actually with lots of devotees. I told you it was a festival in London, and I think I'm going to have to move. Can everybody come in, please? And you must sit kindly in the camera. I cannot be the cameraman.
I don't know how we can do it.
I don't know too. So first of all, may I ask to Seva Rupa Devi Rasi to say a few words. She's about to board her flight to go to Johannesburg in South Africa. Seva Rupa Devi, if you speak, I think the sound should be okay. Speak close to your phone.
Okay. Dandavat all devotees, and I think they're just queuing to board, but there's such a big queue in front of me, so I can say a few. Say a few words. That the festival has been amazing, and that the mercy of Lord Gauranga, Sri Krishna, Gurudev, the Vaishnavas is real. And always there's a favorable hand And it's great to recognize it and see it in our lives. Yes, because that's what we've been experiencing. So, yeah, love to all and missing you all. And it's a bittersweet to be, yes, returning to the mundane, but not mundane because we're taking the festival with us and to have a festival every day. Jai. Jai Gurudev and Jai to all the devotees.
All right. So Sevarupa, returning to South Africa, which is her current place of service after being in the festivals in Vila Govinda. And Krishna arranged, because we don't have the word coincidence any longer in our Vaishnava dictionary, Krishna arranged that she was on exactly the same flight as two of us coming from Italy to London. And then, oh dear, Hare Krishna. And then Krishna arranged that we got seats all in a row, even though we didn't deserve them because we didn't pay any extra. but the flight attendant, the man saw that we were like talking across the way. He said, "Are you together?" And traveling together. And so we got 3 seats all in the row, which is the much extra leg room. And we got this all for free by the kindness of the flight attendant. So anyhow, there's no such thing as coincidence. So this was a gentle wind down from our festivals or the festivals in Vila Govinda Ashram, where we could reflect on being with devotees and the nourishment that comes from congregational chanting. So probably some of you here have written me some messages or notes. I have to say, please excuse, I've not been able to reply. I have many eyewitnesses that says I've not been able to do any office kind of seva over these last few days. So please do excuse. And Savitri, I see, so that Savitri is back home in Switzerland. She headed back last night. And one thing with festivals in Navadip in India, by Gurudev's grace, we've had the opportunity to help organize many festivals, and especially the arrival, accommodation, looking after devotees coming for festivals from all over the world. But one thing about the festivals is that suddenly devotees also depart to go to their various places of service. One short thing. All right, we're just arranging some things for the computer to stay alive during our Zoom. Hare Krishna. So the festivals in Navadip, always joyful, the devotees coming together. And there's that sad part when the devotees do have to go to their places of service that Krishna has given them. And in Bhagavatam too, there is a mention about we've all been given some place for our service and some service opportunity. And so according to that time, that place, we must all try our best to engage in service, accepting that this is where we should be. This is where we must try to put into practice our devotional life. And I'll need a little piece of cloth, maybe. Okay, all is good. And we have Kumkum Devi Dasi. She is in Vila Govinda Ashram. And with Lavanya Moy of Latvia, and we have maybe behind me, I can't even see who is behind me. Maybe we have Lavanya Moy of London here.
No.
Okay, she's always very humble. She's nearby. And in London, there are more devotees. They haven't all fitted into the room. They haven't all fitted into the camera, those who are in the room. and there are more devotees outside. And so we've entered into a continuing festival in London, and I do believe a declared festival of 18th, which is today, to the
16th to the 31st.
what? 18th.
16th to the 31st
Oh.
includes Sri Krishna's anniversary.
Okay, 16th to the 31st. And I've just been told I'm late for the festival. So anyhow, 16th to the 31st is their declared dates of their festival here. So we've joined the festival, and they've got devotees coming from outside, as well as devotees who are residing in the temple now. And here is in the temple, Abhinava Sundar Prabhu, Kalikadambanana, and also from Vila Govind, Ishwarananda Prabhu arrived on an earlier flight today. So a little movement from Italy to here, some of the devotees and devotees from other parts of the world. So Kumkum Devi Dasi, she is in Vila Govinda ashram, and she's helping the devotees there, and she's been super for sharing about Srila Prabhupada during Srila Prabhupada's manifest pastimes, when she was able to have his association and serve with him. And we all know that yesterday was Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, as well as Shri Nandotsav, which is Nanda Maharaj's festival for Krishna's appearance. So Kumkum Devi Dasi, can we kindly ask you to share something from Srila Prabhupada's association you've been sharing with us in Italy? You can tell some of those stories, but you've got many stories that we also don't know. And I've even slightly overheard you telling some stories to other devotees, like one by one. And so we know you have lots of treasures up your sleeve. Can you please give me electricity? Kumkum Devi Dasi?
I am very. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly.
Okay, good. I am so happy to be here in this auspicious place and to be online with so many extremely wonderful devotees, because of the evidence. This is the evidence that everything he told us is exactly correct. This is what he was foreseeing. And he was treating us as if we were advanced already after just a very short while. But actually, we were just like babies taking steps and stumbling. But somehow his potency got us to the point of being able to walk and stand. And so to see all of these devotees all over the world continuing to do precisely what he wants is the happiest thing I can imagine on this very special day. And there's so many tidbits of not knowledge but revelation that are essential that he gave us, and they every day other ones pop up. But one today has been when he was speaking after the tragedy of the Hindu-Muslim riots, and I think that was 1942 or 3, and he mentioned how because of all of those riots, the next day after severe fighting, you would see so many bodies. And his comment, when they are all lying, all the bodies are lying there, you cannot tell who is Hindu, who is Muslim. And actually, every kind of circumstance, even if it's not nearly that tragic, is still, we can apply this idea of we only need to be concerned with Krishna consciousness. That's what he was always keeping us completely focused on. So go forward with our chanting and associating with devotees. There's so much beauty. I think that's tonight's topic anyway, is Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And he also gave us Srila Guru Maharaj by telling us, you go and take shelter of him. I consider him to be my Siksha Guru. So what to speak of the benefit that you will get? So we love to hear more and more about how he elaborates on the teachings of our Guru Varga. And we heard from Srila Prabhupada, and then we hear more from Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. Like Krishna, reality is beautiful. It's not merely, we may try to apply things like these rules and regulations, this is what we must do, and then we'll become very advanced devotee. And actually, what our gurus are giving us is the incredible, unending beauty, more so than anything that we can conceive of in this world. But this is their gift. This is what they're constantly giving us by their advice to us to at least act on a human platform, to follow principles as if we were human, so that we don't have so many impediments and we can simply go forward and we can hear about Mahaprabhu and his pastimes from such exalted devotees who honestly speak about them as if they're talking about our gurus. They have such a deep understanding of who is Mahaprabhu. And so we want to always be hearing from these devotees who are themselves very interested in these topics as being the most important topics of all. The beauty is for our eyes and our ears and our wonderful prasadam that we're given, but our sense of community, our strong desire to have loving friendships like a family, this is what they are giving us.
Thank you for the reminder that the subject today is, the topic of today is Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And today, Seva Rupa, oh, wait. That's a problem. Okay, now is better. Okay, if it's possible to arrange electricity this side with a USB, it would be very good. I don't know how. Okay, sorry, we have some technical issues. They're working on it as we speak. All right. So, but Sevarupa today, she said about this title because she asked, because she said, oh, I'll be in the airport. What is the title? What is the subject? And said, it's Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And she said, I was brought up in Krishna consciousness with a Krishna conscious family, but I never heard that expression until I came to hear from Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, to hear from their guidance. And that is the first time I heard Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And we think, oh, really? And so this is also something very sweet, which is we take for granted, if you like, but actually it is a little treasure of Srila Guru Maharaj, or big treasure of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, along with not what Sevarupa pointed out, but another devotee pointed out recently, that in their life in the Hare Krishna mission of Srila Prabhupada, then very much emphasis is on Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, etc. But they said, never we felt so much emphasis about Gauranga, Nitayam Gauranga, until coming to Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. So there we get like two things continuing in the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, that Srila Guru Maharaj gave emphasis to the devotees who've got an introduction and starting their devotional life under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada. Yesterday, we watched all together in Vila Govinda, we watched the professionally made movie about Srila Prabhupada. And this is because the day before it was Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. And so that movie, it is a commercial movie. It's probably on Netflix, etc. What is the title, Kumkumdidi, its actual title? Okay, well, behind me, they're all saying it's Hare Krishna, the movie.
Yes.
Okay, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, Hare Krishna, the movie. And I watched it when it first came out, so, I mean, a few years ago, and this was only the second time that I've seen it. And we're all watching together. We're watching in the Prasad hall. We had the big television screen, the big screen. And we watched the whole thing. It was very wonderful. But then it ends when the devotee, one lady devotee, she did point out, just as the Srila Prabhupada is going to leave from the world, and very sad pictures where Srila Prabhupada is very thin, but he's returned to America, and then that very famous grand chariot festival of Rath Yatra in New York. And then one lady, devotee, then she said, Srila Prabhupada, then he brought us from a completely different background to this Krishna consciousness. And we were all young. The leaders were young. They were teenagers practically. They were all young people. And Srila Prabhupada left us to carry on. And his main message was to cooperate with each other like this. And it had some words from Srila Prabhupada when he was very soon to leave. But it's acknowledged that everybody was very young, very new in Krishna consciousness, in their experience in Krishna consciousness, all these things. It was acknowledged. But really, we felt like, okay, so now we need the part 2. And that is where Srila Prabhupada, he instructed the devotees to take shelter of Srila Guru Maharaj. These words that we've heard so many times, that Srila Prabhupada, in the opening of the Chandradoy Mandir in ISKCON, the headquarters of all of the ISKCON society, the opening of the temple, then he's not only inviting, he's bringing Srila Guru Maharaj and seated on the same Vyasasan with Srila Guru Maharaj. The only time you will see that anywhere, ever, or hear of it anywhere, ever, in Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's pastimes. He's seating him beside him on the Vyasasan and explaining who is Srila Guru Maharaj, that I consider him my Siksha Guru. What to speak of the benefit you can have from his association, and telling the devotees too that when you are in need of instruction and guidance after I'm disappeared, go to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. And that's what so many devotees did. This is what is the continuation. You can say the next video, the next installment. What happened with all the, the very young devotees who had been introduced from nowhere and got started in devotional life and had been brought even personally by Srila Prabhupada to Srila Guru Maharaj to continue their devotional life under the guidance of the great devotee who Srila Prabhupada considered his spiritual master. So the continuation was kind of blatantly missing. That, okay, so everyone was practically teenagers, and in devotional life, not even teenagers. From 1966 to 1970, 11 years, 12 years, maybe somebody initiated in 65, I don't know. But that wouldn't even be a teenager in 0 to 12 years old is not even a teenager in teens. It's 12, not 13. So very young in devotional life. But the continuation was like clear by its absence that there needs to be something said. So we're very happy to be able to say that Srila Prabhupada's mission, continuing under that guidance of Srila Guru Maharaj, who gave so many clarifications of Srila Prabhupada's teachings, as well as the practical installments of how to harmonize with each other, how to continue, the guidance to the leaders, and the guidance to the devotees coming from Guru Maharaj. And new expressions, new emphasis, if you like, as we heard today, this expression of Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. I mean, what a beautiful expression. But having lived for decades, being brought up as a child in Krishna consciousness, and many years in going to the temple, but first hearing this from Guru Maharaj's talks. Hare Krishna. So Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. Yes, this is the topic, the subject matter. But it's also been Krishna's appearance day, his Janmadin, Krishna's Janma Astami. Astami is the 8th day. And so his appearance is on the 8th day. And I think you all noticed it was Krishna Janmastami. And I think you all noticed it was the festival for Nanda Maharaj after that, Nandotsav. Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, it was yesterday, not the day before, right. Sorry, we've been doing many things. The devotees have been keeping us rather engaged. And then, then today, by the way, we left from Vila Govinda this morning at before, well, actually at lunchtime, and they want us to take lunch. But no, please, we're happy. We're going to go for the flight. We've been feasting so much. You know, we're happy to have a break. But then they sent with us packed lunches, which we chanted at the airport, Charirad Vijidam, and we had our quiet spot in the airport. We honored Prasadam. But it was a bigger feast than even the feast that I had yesterday. So, dear devotees in Vila Govinda Ashram, you know, how to look after the traveling devotees. But none of us wanted to waste anything. And so we had we never want to waste what comes on our plate. So we had a big feast. And also if Shanti is there listening, Shanti said, oh, there's no liquid. Because, you know, how they check for liquid when you go through the security. There was liquid. Like not quite a gallon or 4 liters, but there was a lot of gulab jamun juice. And for those, most of you know what is gulab jamun. Like it was this deep in gulab jamun juice. And we're in the airport, we don't want to throw anything. So there was plenty of liquid. But the security, they let it all go through. So thank you, security at the airport. Let it go through. Anyway, lots of, and okay, Sevarupa's not here now. She's actually boarded the flight, so she's going to be on the flight all night. She's going to, we hope, go to sleep and wake up 7 a.m. tomorrow, the same time, exactly the same time as Vila Govinda. But she's going to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning in Johannesburg. So quite, these airplanes are quite mysterious, how they really can take us a long way in a short time. And actually today on the plane, saying that the distance we are going today, when I was a teenager, we traveled in Europe, and an equivalent distance going on the other side over to Zagreb and to Greece, then it would have been 5 days for the journey that took us 1 hour, 40 minutes. Today, it would have been a 5-day happy journey, you know, going through the town, stopping in different places. And going to East Africa from London would take 5 months. It was a 5-month journey overland each time. And she's going to from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So it's like a 12 hours. So in 12 hours, covering more than we did in 5 months for travel overland. So these airplanes, they're quite extraordinary things. We take them for granted. We take internet for granted, but we are living in the future, those of us in our generation. All right. So behind me here, is also Leela Moy Prabhu, Abhinavasundar, Kalika Ramananda. They've all emigrated from Vila Govinda to here over the past days. And So we got quite a gathering here. What is your good name? Vince, and we have a new friend, Vince.
And one more new friend here, June. We met her yesterday.
Okay.
Juno.
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 Juno and a friend Juno. Okay, so we yet to meet some of the new persons here. Vince is seated in a chair. He's like me when I first came to a temple. One of the hardest things for me to do was to sit on the floor, cross-legged. Really, it was. I just thought everyone's a great saint. They can sit on the floor for 45 minutes to hear this talk. They're sitting there, cross-legged for 45 minutes, and I felt they were great saints. But anyhow, we got a little accustomed to some things, at least sitting on the floor for, well, 46 minutes at least. And but we got devotees behind us, and we can catch up with some news here from London. The theme is Krishna, reality, the beautiful. But you may share as you wish some news. And where's Saraswati? Saraswati, please just come to the front for a moment. Here's Saraswati, the quiet, busy manager of the ashram here on the west side of London. And she's always ready to share something. She's a very capable preacher. And she was in Ireland just before Italy. You know, we were at the retreat in Ireland, and also speaking very sweetly about the Lords of our heart, which include Gurudev, reality, the beautiful, and of course the theme, Krishna, reality, the beautiful. So speak a little loud. There are airplanes. I hope you can't hear the airplanes, but we're at the end of the runway and the airplanes are taking off constantly. So speak a little loud.
Dandava pranams.
Yes, they're all saying Dandavat. Okay, yes. Now?
We are all here preparing for the festival coming up, where we have already had very nice festivals with many of these wonderful devotees here behind me. So we have our 11th anniversary festival coming up on Saturday. And so we are always remembering that we need to cultivate, no matter what we have, whether we have a small building or big building, or beautiful building or whatever, we always have to remember to cultivate the real mood of service, as we have seen our Gurudev, Srila Gurudev, who is really behind, like the source of our inspiration is Srila Gurudev. And we are trying to pray to Srila Gurudev to keep us engaged in service. And we go through different challenges, and we have to keep going, keep going with our service regardless, and be together and try to help each other in this journey, which is a sweet struggle, like Guru Maharaj said, but it's beautiful, it's hopeful, and we can see here we are trying to make a trying to present, you know, to well, make we're trying to what? What are we trying to do here?
Bring Sri Chaitanya Saraswati into London, no doubt.
So this is a special place to come together in service and trying to you know, practice this beautiful teaching and share with others. And we have many nice friends coming here, like these and others, you know, and lovely devotees. And some of these devotees are also living here and trying to cultivate, these teachings and trying to put the teachings into practice, and trying to share that with others. And we are so happy that Maharaj is here to keep us in check.
Hare Krishna.
So we are really happy to have Maharaj here, and we are all preparing for this beautiful festival of the 11th anniversary of having this beautiful building for Srila Gurudev. We got this building in 2010, and it took us 4 years to prepare it for opening to the public. And many devotees have come and supported and helped, giving their energy. And we have a nice team here helping with this service. It's not just one person, but it's actually a combined effort of the devotees working together for this, for the pleasure of Srila Gurudev. And we are doing it for Srila Gurudev because this is special temple. And the most important thing is that we can try to present the teaching of our gurus and cultivate the exclusive mood of our guardians and engage in service and share that with others.
And she's keeping it a secret, but on Krishna Janmastami, I heard in the car on the way here, because we got picked up at the airport because we heard there was a train strike. That's what we heard. Okay. But in the car, we heard that there were 100 people this year. Last year, they had 60 for the Janmastami festival here. And this year, they had 100 people in the West London temple here for the Janmastami. So that's also...
Yeah, that was quite busy day. We were not expecting that many. And we were invited to go to the manor yesterday, but they have 30,000 people.
And the manor is the main headquarters of ISKCON in England, and the manor is the house or the manor, the mansion with extensive gardens donated by George Harrison of the Beatles. Who came? Uma, my goodness. Uma Devi Dasi from Govardhan. My goodness. She's not from Germany or America or anywhere. Oh my goodness. What a happy surprise. When if you see Uma, which you can see now, immediately you can think of Govardhan.
Everyone. Welcome to be put on the spot.
Lost the debate.
Did we lose everyone?
No, it's the
Jai,
second.
Uma, Didi, Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Happy to see you.
So we were just hearing some news. So the manor is the headquarters of ISKCON in England, the mansion donated by George Harrison. And so now some news from Saraswati, that is, that you were invited to the manor.
Yeah, we have some very good friends, and maybe Kiran is in the Zoom tonight. He's always joining the Zoom. Some good friends from ISKCON, and they invited us VIP tickets, so we can skip the 3 hours queue to take darshan, and they took us through to take darshan of the deities. And actually, the Srila Prabhupada's quarters were closed, and one lady was so kind to take us from the other door, special secret door, up to the Srila Prabhupada's room. And Sachi Didi went with us, and she's always preaching to everyone about Guru Maharaj's books and presenting Guru Maharaj to everyone. And
She performs the Mamuni.
Actually, we were in Srila Prabhupada's room and she actually recited the pranam mantra that Gurudev composed. And the two guides were amazed and they were actually recording.
Should be, yes.
And they were recording. And it was a very special moment at that time. And we were like, yeah. Both two guides there were actually, they were really nice with us. They taking us everywhere. But she recited that sloka, that verse, that
Yes.
pranam mantra.
Composed by Srila Gurudev, yes.
And then she recited that, and then she spoke very nicely to everyone she met. And we met also this young Indian sannyasi, Keshav Maharaj.
I've heard of him, yes.
So very nice,
Very
presentable,
energetic. Yes.
energetic, and he preaches very nice. And again, she's talking about the golden volcano and everything to him. And also we met Kripa Prabhu
Yes.
and his
One
Right.
of the gurus, a Grihasta guru in ISKCON.
yes. And we also met Arita Madhusudan.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Like, how is that possible? With like 60,000 people and you actually meet him there. Anyway, that was very nice. And then obviously they offered us prashad and everything. But we didn't take anything because we were so full for the festival. We went from here after all the festival yesterday. We got there at 6 p.m. just in time for our thing. We took darshan and just went briefly to everyone. But it was very nice. Everyone was very nice and we made some good connections with them. We have good relationships with them. They came to the 40th anniversary of the dailies in Green Street. Kumkum Didi remembers that. Kripa Prabhu and like 5 brahmacharis from Soho temple. So it was very nice. Yes, and so we had quite so many new people coming through here to the temple and so many new friends we're making, and some are very interested and they want to know more. So we are really happy with that. We can share with them what we have learned and what we can, the facility, provide some facility for service for everyone. That's what we're trying to do here, provide some facility so everyone can come together and do some service, chant together.
Some other also very positive news about the relationship or the appreciation of Srila Guru Maharaj, the relationship of the devotees. That is that we have devotees from our mission who attended in Mayapur. We mentioned about the opening of the Mayapur Chandradoya Mandir in India. And there, when Srila Guru Maharaj was the guest of honor, sitting with Srila Prabhupada. We were mentioning this a little earlier. That very same temple yesterday or the day before, Jai Pataka Maharaj, who is the head basically of the Bengal mission there. I don't know the official position of him there now, but he's one of the principal gurus there and disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And he always had a very gentle and good relationship with Srila Guru Maharaj and with Srila Gurudev. And I saw it. I'm a witness to this on different occasions. And at the festival just now for the Janmastami and Nandotsav and Srila Prabhupada's appearance, Jai Pataka Maharaj, in the public gathering, he told how Srila Prabhupada referred the devotees to Srila Bhakti Rakha Dev Goswami Maharaj. So he absolutely knows these things. And he has, he's saying this in public and to the grand gathering. So it is also an indication that there are those of the leaders of the mission, they know very well what Srila Prabhupada wanted. At that time, there was some reason, we'll leave that to everybody's idea what was the reason, but for some reason they were afraid that, somebody more capable than us is here, then we lose our position, or whatever it may be was the thinking. But they purposely avoided sending people to Srila Guru Maharaj. at some point, and that was the point where we came to Srila Guru Maharaj when things were going very, very wrong. But now it may be also a very good sign that we see that those who are the older section, who know what took place in those days, they are coming to give appreciation to the continuation of the guidance of the devotees by Srila Guru Maharaj and in due course Srila Gurudev. And Jayapataka Maharaj is one of those who, now very openly we heard just now was mentioning in this way in Mayapur, the central temple. And you see, when there is denial of the truth and things go a little off, in due course, that can go off in a very serious way. As the example of the ship is on a course, but if it's just a few degrees off course, as it goes on, it goes further off course. And the fact is that there are well over 100 gurus in ISKCON, means the Hare Krishna movement now. And many of them are new. They're the new generation. They're not Srila Prabhupada. I mean, most of them probably, I do not know, but many of them are not from Srila Prabhupada's time. So they are learning from the previous gurus. And for many of them, they have heard very bad things and very wrong things about Srila Guru Maharaj. And so it may be a very good sign that in the headquarters in England, Watford Manor, and then the devotees are giving appreciation, VIP invitation for our devotees to attend. And in the central headquarters of the whole ISKCON mission in Mayapur, they're openly being told about the continued guidance under the shelter of Srila Guru Maharaj. So we hope this is a good indication. And by the way, Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful, he appeared in this world. He had his birth pastimes 2 days ago. So we do have a theme of the reality, the beautiful. Beauty over power, all of these things. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we are always getting the emphasis of the beauty of Krishna and the ecstasy of Mahaprabhu, the ecstasy of what he saw when he jumped into the ocean in Jagannath Puri, thinking it's the river Jamuna, and then so many things. And when the devotees finally found him and brought him to external consciousness, oh, why you woke me up? The beauty of Krishna, wonderful things, all of these things. Why did you bring me back to external consciousness? So we know that Krishna is very beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to find the rogue mouse, which is doing something on the screen underneath somebody's foot. It's an electronic mouse, not a...
But I just wanted to say something
Absolutely.
quickly, that it's so special to have these retreats, the Vaishnava retreats. We just had one in Ireland, and everyone came there from different places, like a place to come together. It was very inspiring for the devotees who are living, away from temples and not having so much association. And also now you had one big retreat in Italy, also devotees who are coming from different places and coming together and getting inspired by being in the association of the devotees and engaging in service and so on, and going to the classes and the artists and experiencing the temple life. It's very, 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 very special to take that opportunity to I don't know, take some time off from work, because you might regret it, not having that special time. And now we're going to have also a Vaishnava gathering here in London. And anyway, Maharaj is always traveling in so many different places.
No, I'm not traveling. I stay in Italy, but
But anyway, take the chance to join in those retreats, and Yeah, very special.
And before that, before Ireland, we had the
Latvia.
retreat in Latvia,
Yeah.
which also very successful. And Lavanya Moishi is there in Italy now. She can also confirm. And the thing about a retreat, it is that you come out from your normal environment. And even if you live in a temple, if you go to a retreat in another temple, you're coming out of like your routine environment and you're in the Navadip temple environment, because coming to a retreat means you're following the morning program, evening program, taking prasadam together, being served prasadam, doing seva together, and the readings and all these things that take place in Navadip. We get into the good habit and getting up early in the morning. And like Vila Govinda and Resegni in Ireland also, before Mangalati coming, chanting japa for some time together, chanting the Gayatri at the right time. And just to be in that environment and to be with the devotees, meet the different devotees who we may have seen on Zoom or not met ever before, but get to know the different natures of devotees in an environment of no gossiping, no criticism, and following these guidances that have been given by handwriting by Gurudev, by word by Gurudev, by Mahaprabhu himself, by Srila Saraswati Thakur in his list of my advices. And everywhere, if we can follow these guidances nicely, by Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamritam. And this is the environment to make our lives very, very naturally healthy. So yes, so Saraswati actually, always she's made this a one-day festival, means the Saturday, it's this Saturday coming up, correct?
Yeah.
Which is the anniversary of the sort of official opening of the ashram here. And so it was always a one-day festival, but she's now made this as a 10-day festival from Janmastami through till Radhastami. So
you still got time.
So you all have time to come. And you also in Brazil have time to come. I was very surprised today to be met at the airport in the car and picking up us up with Anu Krishna Devi Rasi. And they kept it a secret. I had no idea that she was here. And there was some hint before, she may come to Italy, she may come to London, maybe, it was all maybe. And we've come, and really, so Jayanti and others in Brazil, you have still got time to come. Mitra Vindari.
Kumkum Didi not coming?
Kumkum, a question for you.
It's paining my heart. Too many things going on right now. I cannot come.
Oh.
But in the
next,
future, I'm
Sure.
making arrangements so that it will be very easy from now on.
Good. And Hari Gopal, I'm waiting for you. You are always here for the festival, right? Every year. I also, Prabhu from Latvia, what's his name?
Suresh Krishna.
I also asked them if anyone was coming from there, but they said that they had this big Vaishnava festival. So,
They did.
So they took time off from work, and I guess that they don't have more time.
And their resources, of course.
Yeah.
And Hare Krishna. Anu Krishna Devi Rasi, please come forward and prove your existence in London. Where are you? Oh, you see there are lots more devotees here than I can get in the camera. I'm in the way. Oh, look.
Everyone. Yes, I took a last minute decision to come. I bought my tickets to speak because I couldn't waste the opportunity. I was talking to everyone here because we have to have a healthy sense of urgency. It's not to bring us any anxiety, but there is no time to waste to share precious time with precious devotees. So here I am, and I bring a little bit of Brazil here, and it's so nice to be here with everyone.
Mitra Vindadiri sending a message, such a beautiful gathering indeed. And Ananda Sundari Devi Rasi Krishnendrani. Oh, I see Kumkum put a link in the chat box for that video that we were mentioning. It's a professional movie about the Krishna consciousness movement, and made some years ago, which needs a sequel, as we said, of what happens when Srila Prabhupada passes away and leaves the young ones to carry on. Yes, very beautiful. And here is Uma. Uma, can we encourage you to say a word or two?
There was something beautiful for
And-
Samadhi. Gurudev Samadhi.
Uma, David Asi, for those who don't know, Uma, she doesn't need an introduction, but she's been managing the Western guest house and much of the garden and much about the Govardhan ashram, Srila Gurudev's beautiful Govardhan ashram in Govardhan. And she's been managing this for many, many years. And she's here in London just now. And so that's very happy news for us all. And that if we can
That was
invite
a
it.
surprise visit also. She booked very quickly last minute.
Okay, wonderful. Would you like to share something in separation from Govardhan, perhaps, so this?
Well, you're all very welcome to visit. Please come visit Govardhan, Srila Govinda Maharaj's favorite temple. It's very beautiful and peaceful there. Also, in the Govardhan puja that Srila Govinda Maharaj composed, he's telling that this is actually the place of the eternal service pastime of the devotees of the Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math. So a very special place. And I'm surprised that not more devotees come and visit. So I would like to encourage everybody, please come visit this beautiful, special place. Haribo!
And stay sometime and serve.
Yeah,
Yes.
more time left. You can come for 1 month, 2 months and do service there. There's always plenty of service for those who are ready to do any service according to necessity.
Tell us about the trees that you planted there by the Samadhi.
Oh,
You said that you there.
yeah, it was kind of interesting. Like some decades ago, Gurudev went to Govardhan, and then he said he wants to make some sitting place right where his Samadhi is now. And then he asked me, what kind of sitting place should we make? Like earth, mud place, or concrete, or whatever, stone. Then I said, earth is nice. It's original and authentic. And I was wondering why he wants to make a sitting place there, because devotees can gather in a temple or upstairs in Govinda Maharaj's veranda. There's usually no gathering in the garden. And then he wanted those 4 trees in that particular place next to the kund. It was supposed to be Kadamba, Malati, Madhavi, and Champak, and Tamal. So I brought 3 trees from Calcutta that I could find, the Madhavi, the Kadamba, and the Champak. I think the Champak died. And then Gurudev planted this big banyan tree that's now huge. But nobody had planted the Tamal tree. So when I came 2011 to Govardhan, I planted in the back, I planted the Tamal tree. And then when the Samadhi Mandir came out, I realized that already Gurudev, that was actually what he had in mind, not sitting place. It was a sitting for the devotees together. It was his sitting place. And he wanted these very particular trees that are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I think.
It's by Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Oh, by Bhaktivinoda
Yeah.
Thakur. So, yeah, it manifested. And now now it's so beautiful. All trees growing around, it's like the hidden treasure hidden behind all this beautiful trees and flowers.
And giving shade to you
Yes.
in the summer.
Yes.
Nice. It's very beautiful.
And very intelligently, Uma planted on the trellis that goes around the front of Srila Gurudev's Pushpa Samadhi there, the Bougainvillea, is it called?
Bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea, something like this.
And now jasmine is also going over it, because I first wanted to put the thorns to protect the jasmine.
Right. So so Uma just explained that. So she made this bougainvillea or villa there because it's very spiky. And you might have heard that in Vrindavan and Govardhan, there are monkeys. You've heard of monkeys, right? They get everywhere. Anyway, they don't go on the spikes. So she very intelligently planted this bougainvillea with all these really strong spikes. And now jasmine also is growing over the top of it. And so it makes a thick shade in front of Srila Gurudev. And I mean, there are so many, like a little bit confidential some of the stories about Srila Gurudev's pastimes. But we ourselves, myself and many devotees, we feel that Pushpa Samadhi, that particular place, that Srila Gurudev, he is there now, that like is his particular place of Samadhi in Govardhan. And Srila Gurudev, he liked that place so much, and he always appreciated Govardhan. And he said, in Govardhan, that is my peaceful place. And another thing he said about Govardhan, about those 4 trees, he said, and in the future, this was maybe 1998 or something like this, I mean, several years before he disappeared from the world. He said, in the future, I wish to retire to Govardhan, where I'm peaceful. There I'm very peaceful in Govardhan. And I will sit with these trees around me, and I will write. He said, I've got so many things to write. But Gurudev didn't get that chance due to all the size of the mission and so many things to look after in the worldwide mission. Gurudev's capacity was infinite, and it is amazing what he did. But it meant that he did not get that opportunity to actually retire there in his manifest life. But we feel at that Pushpa Samadhi, Gurudev's presence very much. And we really, we were with Gurudev for many years, and really we find ourselves sitting, talking to Gurudev, telling Gurudev so many things, and discussing with him. It just feels so natural at that Pushpa Samadhi. So anyway, you just all received a wonderful invitation from Uma, and to know that, such a place exists and service is possible there. And as Uma says, why don't more devotees come?
42 participants are there. So you got plenty of.
There's some
Fun time.
cats in the box. Oh, 42 people have signed up to come. Oh, Sadhvi is saying she doesn't see the link. Yes, okay, so it's been reposted. Yes, one thing with Zoom is if you join a little later, or if your Zoom cuts and you come back, you don't see the earlier chats. Gangalila Devidas is saying, Govardhan is amazing. I went 2 years ago. And the sequel will be about Srila Guru Maharaj. Yes, Suyash Krishna, this was the point. Yes. And Suyash Krishna, good to know you with us. And as maybe, I hope I said at the beginning, I probably owe some of you some like one-on-one replies, etc. It's been very busy days with the, should we say, physical presence of the devotees, the spiritually three-dimensional presence of the devotees. And so we'll catch up with our correspondence soon. Suyash Krishna, Gaudiya Cinematic Universe. There we are. Hare Krishna. Oh, look at the time. All right, dear devotees, you know what happens. We mentioned at the beginning how, unfortunately, with festivals in Navadip and all over the world, so much energy in devotees coming together, so much joy, and then a different kind of, energy of union in separation. So the temple of union in separation was the name given to Srila Guru Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir, and that union in separation phrase also very much Srila Guru Maharaj giving this, highest ideal that we'll be separated from the devotees, and that is, very painful but very intense, being separated from Krishna, being separated from the Lord. So festivals, everyone comes together, and everyone also then has to head off to their particular places of service. So today, that's also applying. We've got our beautiful Zoom association of all of you good souls. Here we're seeing through the pages of the Zoom, seeing all the names of those of you who don't have the video on, and seeing your thumbnails, seeing your videos. Oh, some more videos coming on. Subhasini, Devidasi, and
Tungarasa.
Tungarasa.
They're coming on Wednesday.
Oh my goodness, more secrets. Anyway, I look forward to hearing more and more secrets from the devotees about who's coming and gathering here in London. But the festival always must continue wherever we are. When we go to a retreat, when we go to a festival, we must take that to our home and keep our practicing life at home running with some similar momentum. And we know 99% of devotees probably, they live at home. But that connection with the service life, the spiritual life, the Vidhi Marg. Sorry, we need to practice. We need to practice Vidhi Marg. We need to practice the things that our Gurudev expect of us. But that this will continue, and it will bring us to an extremely bright future. And we'll also find out it's a very bright present to be doing the right thing to take us to the future. So let us get strength from each other, and very happily seeing you all. And Suryash Krishna with a hat on. Mauritius is so cold. Yes, see, yes, okay. I can only think of Mauritius as being warm, but there we are. Mauritius is surrounded by the sea. And in Mauritius are a lot of mango trees. There we are. So this is some of the devotees who are here, and all the devotees here on Zoom. Everybody every one of you is appreciated, and really very good to see you all. And Ananda Sundari very soon. Then Sevarupa will be home to share lots of stories and news, and she was very happy and very grateful to have had that opportunity, dear devotees, to come to Vila Govinda. And all of you here from, oh yes, if we start to name names, we're going to miss somebody out. But all of you here from all quarters, we very much appreciate everyone's presence and feel your presence here in now West London Temple, but in the association of each other. And always much appreciation to Chaitanya Moy Devidasi, making a very valuable link to the Portuguese-speaking world, and Hari Gopal Prabhu, making a very valuable link to the Russian-speaking world. And to all of you, heart by heart link to Srila Gurudev, to Srila Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, to Bhagavan, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, our whole Sri Rupanuga, Guru Vaga, to all of these grand masters to whom we are connected. Ki Jai. And to Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Harinama Sankirtan Ki Jai. To Srimati Kumkum Devi Rasi Ki Jai. Our senior most devotee here, Srila Prabhupada's disciple. We're very fortunate to have her association and her living sharing during these recent days. And to all the present day, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat, Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai, and to all the assembled devotees here, Ki Jai, and Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari.
Maharaj ki jai.
And please remember, if you wish to copy that link for the video we were referring to earlier about Srila Prabhupada and the beginning of the mission, and the mission, like the public mission of Srila Prabhupada. It's the link is the Hare Krishna the film.com. Oh, there we go. Hare Krishna the film. Bancha kalpatarubhyascha vipasindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Wishing you very special things at every moment. Continue happily on the journey home. And we'll see you again next week. And we look forward to seeing you all at home presently too. It is reality, the beautiful. Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj. And our host, we can humbly ask our host, I do not know if you wish to do this, but we were on another Zoom, another 2 or 3 Zooms recently, and at first by accident left the Zoom on at the end, and I saw the devotees were all interacting. We are going to continue from here, but I suggest, if you can, and happy to do, you could leave the Zoom open for a while in case devotees themselves might like to interact. And some find me a bit scary for some reason. But if I'm not here, you can get to know each other. And if you wish, just to keep it open and keep it turned on for a short while. It is an opportunity when you've all come together, to ask something. Yes, thank you, Dharam Prabhu. I appreciate. And a new chat in the chat box. Quick chat. All right. Beautiful. All right, devotees, we are going to go, but read together for some time. I'm very happy if this is possible. Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj. Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Gaur. From all of us here to all of you there, Govinda, Govinda. Somebody is very eager to get to the Prasadam room. Who is that? Ishwarananda Prabhu.
He's going to do seva.
He's going to do seva, Prasad distribution. He's a keen servitor. We're very pleased with him. Everyone's pleased with him. Amara Ashchi.